this tutorial I will show how to work with UVs in the shaders. So for showing what I'm going to do, first I'm going to show it in Blender. I create this image and we have here a plane with no code. If we want to put one of these spot in all the corners of this plane, we need to code it and then make UV. Well, my intention is to make this in Unity with shaders without making any cut. If we want to put all of this red, we need to make different UV shell for each one. So in Unity, we can make a shader that split the UV for us. So we can start creating a shader. Let's erase all this unuseful shader we got here. We can start creating a shader. Let's say on lit. Fake UV split. Okay, so first we need to enter the position of our cuts or of our scene. Let's say scene is going to be a range from 0 to 100. Default value 0. We need to initialize our variables into the CG program, so we are going to call them here. Now we are going to make a method that works with the UVs. So let's say this one is going to return a flow2. UVs, and we need to pass it the current UV of the object. So we can say, for example, $x is going to be equal to the absolute value of for making more pretty, more readable, we can make here a flow2, and let's call the new UV. going to be equal to this. And let's just return new UV. Okay, now in the fragment shader, we don't need the fog. Let's call this method. Let's create a new float for storing the new UV data. And we need to call this method move UVs. Let's pass it our current UV, and then instead of showing the old UV here in the call variable, that is the value that we are going to return on the fragment, we are going to send this new UV. We can start testing it in Unity to see how it looks up to now, if it got any issue. Recognize identifier. Okay. Now when we test it in Blender, we got our material with our image. Our box not only have one face, so we cannot make a UV scene here. We can fake this UV scene with this value that we assign it here. So if we move this, we put it, let's say 0.5 or 0.5, we got the red value in all the corners of this box. We can play also a little bit with this to get other variation of different kind of UV scene here, fake UV scene.